Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at all the BlizzCon goodies that are available with the virtual BlizzCon ticket. Before we get into the video, there are a lot of goodies that are still waiting to come out. For majority of the games, the stuff is simply still not available. And for some games, Blizzard hasn't announced anything yet, but they stated that more things to come. I will talk towards the end of the video what is available and what isn't, but in this video, I just want to take a look at all the goodies available with the virtual ticket. Yes, I bought one for myself because I want to see everything that's happening, primarily for World of Warcraft, but if they have any other cool new game announcements, it will be cool to be the first one to cover it on this channel. Anyway, let's finally dive into the goodie bag. We start our goodies, of course, with World of Warcraft. For World of Warcraft, last year we got some lame goodies like a flag for Alliance and Horde, and capes with Horde or Alliance signifiers, but it was kind of lame. The year before that, we had two battleships, Alliance and Horde, themed with a Battle for Azeroth theme to it, and there were passenger mounts, so you could at least take your friends on them. So that was cool, but this BlizzCon we got something different. I don't know if I still like it or not. I definitely don't dislike it. But we got ourselves, first of all, a Yeti onesie. It is a transmog item for the headpiece, chest piece, pants, boots, gloves, and yeah, it's just a Yeti onesie. This onesie is available for all classes, no matter if you wear cloth, leather, mail, or plate gear. So this is available for every single class. I believe at just about every level. So if you have a couple brand new alts and you want to run around in a onesie, you're more than welcome to do so. Some of the things about the onesie: you have a Yeti head, you have butt flaps, and a BlizzCon lanyard. Some people like the lanyard, some don't. It is kind of cool to have this like lanyard just above your neck, almost like you're attending BlizzCon, but you are all snuggled up in a onesie, all comfy at home, instead of having to fly out to places and walk around buildings and presentations. So I guess I understand why they would make it a onesie. With the onesie, you also have a couple of Murloc pets, Sylvanas and Anduin oriented, so you have one for Alliance and one for Horde. Both of the Murlocs have either Anduin gear or Sylvanas gear, primarily the gear with a battle for Lord Ron, very similar gear looking to that, and also a unique animation that I could not get to work for about 20 minutes of just staring at one of my Murlocs, but there is the Anduin Mass Res, is what I'll call it, and the Sylvanas' Banshee's Wail. You will see those pets use those animations from time to time. Anybody that likes pet battles might be interested in these pets because it does look like they have maybe new pet abilities. I say maybe because I don't do pet battles that often, so I don't know all the abilities from all the different pets. But I did mouse over them on the screen, and you guys are more than welcome to go back and pause and read all of those abilities are to see if these are actually brand new abilities or maybe like a reskin of already usable ones. Either way, some new pet battles for people to either run around with or actually use for pet battles. And that's about everything that World of Warcraft gets. Let's talk about some of the other goodies you get from other game titles. We're gonna start with Overwatch, where Genji is getting an Illidan skin and Symmetra is getting a Tyrande skin. I'm not someone who plays a lot of Overwatch, but from what I'm seeing, these look actually kind of cool. I think Genji looks a little bit funky when it comes to giving him that whole Illidan makeover, primarily in the face. He doesn't really look exactly like Illidan from Legion, for example, but maybe like a much younger Illidan. Symmetra, on the other hand, I think looks really good, very faithful recreation of Tyrande before she went completely insane with the Vengeance in BFA. Either way, I think both of those look pretty good. Then we have a new card back for Hearthstone, again, also not available yet, but it looks kind of unique, and a Golden Legendary. Finally, for Heroes of the Storm, which is kind of sad because they, last year decided to disband the esports for that game completely, they do have a Celestial Deepcrawler mount, as well as a couple sprays. For StarCraft 2, they decided to give him a reskin for a few units to give him a more Brood War aesthetic. And finally, Diablo 3 rewards waiting to be announced, but apparently they're supposed to be getting wings. And that's going to wrap up everything that we have for rewards. There's a couple things I do want to mention. First of all, the rewards for World of Warcraft were actually kind of interesting. Last time we got like banners and toys, and I remember nobody really cared about those. And yeah, it's really paying BlizzCon ticket for like all the extra goodies and maybe getting a first-person sneak peek into some of the stuff that's coming out for World of Warcraft as well as other games. But this one I thought actually was kind of cool. Like, it's the Yeti onesie. It's kind of random, came out of nowhere, but it's creative and it's kind of fun. And of course, the pets are kind of cool. You have Anduin and Sylvanas, which makes sense. But it does make me think that, you know, everybody talking about, are we going to get a next new patch 8.3 or maybe a brand new expansion? Don't know if they would put a Sylvanas pet as well as an Anduin pet for Horde and Alliance if we were gonna, you know, continue to the other expansion and Sylvanas was gonna be completely out of the picture. This maybe re-solidifies for a lot of people that a patch 8.3 is definitely gonna be arriving. The other thing that's kind of weird is the fact that a lot of the rewards for other games like Overwatch, Hearthstone, and even Heroes of the Storm are still waiting to be played with. So if you're playing World of Warcraft, you get to have access to all of the rewards. Another thing I also mentioned is these rewards do not go to Classic. So if you're playing Classic and you're hoping to maybe get some kind of reward, yeah, Classic is going to stay Classic. There weren't any kind of BlizzCon rewards. I believe there weren't any back for Classic. Maybe Blizzard will start doing something like that in the future for Classic World of Warcraft, some kind of maybe like a toy item or maybe some sort of a buff, maybe something cosmetic looking for your character for a limited amount of time. But right now, nothing. Classic is going to stay as Classic is. Lastly, they have Diablo 3 stuff that is waiting to be announced. Now, this is Blizzard trying to go a step forward and be like, hey, BlizzCon is coming in, here's some of the exciting stuff, but of course, you wouldn't want to keep something like A to be announced unless there's something behind it. With Diablo 3, with a TBA part, they said it's going to get some sort of wings, but what if it's not actually going to be wings? What if they are actually trying to find a way to give something for Diablo players? Because it looks like maybe potentially this could be a Diablo 4 coming out in this BlizzCon announcement. Maybe they're trying to figure out some sort of a new system or trying to tease Diablo 3 like, hey, we're going to put that on the back burner, but Diablo 4 is going to be coming out. This is why Diablo 3 isn't announced yet, and maybe in BlizzCon, for a big surprise for anybody who's a fan of Diablo, they'll announce some sort of a reward for Diablo 3 that will also transition into future purchase of Diablo 4 maybe. On the flip side, it could be something that has to do with phones, and maybe this is why Blizzard just doesn't want to reveal it yet. Maybe they'll have a disappointing reveal once BlizzCon starts, but I'm really hoping they don't do the same blunder. I played a little bit of Diablo 3 ever since the whole Diablo Immortals thing, and I actually kind of enjoyed Diablo 3. I definitely understand kind of like why somebody would like it, and the community behind it and people that play are pretty passionate about the game, and I feel like it would be really cool because Diablo 3 looks just insanely outdated. Like if you ever actually logged on and just took a look at the characters and some of the armors, it looks great to play, but at a close zoom in detail, like it just looks so bad. Definitely Diablo needs something new besides Immortals. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What do you think about the BlizzCon rewards? Have you bought your Yeti onesie just yet? How do you feel about the Yeti onesie and the butt flaps included? What do you think the Diablo team is going to be given to the Diablo players in BlizzCon? Is there potential for Diablo 4? And what are your thoughts on the rewards themselves? Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in another video.